session is on creating paradise at home. Creating paradise at home is really about removing negativity, not completely because that's not possible. There's always going to be some level of negativity in life, in relationship, that's inevitable. But what we have learned along the way is that there are a lot of opportunities to replace negativity with appreciation or with praise in some way. And the Dr. Amen, he's a brain doctor, he often would speak about how the brain is Teflon for the positive and Velcro for the negative, which means our brains are literally wired for negativity because we want to notice the things that are bad or that are dangerous or that are wrong, because those are the things that can hurt or harm us. And so it's almost as if we're always kind of scanning for things that are negative and we want to point them out, where it doesn't reward us as much to notice the positive. I mean, it's lovely and great to have positivity, but noticing the negativity could save our lives. So just kind of having that in the background for why we might be so drawn to negativity. And then when you counter that with having your partner in the space kind of triggering you constantly, it might be like a pattern that you're in to, call your partner out on the things that they do that annoy you, or to be talking about it in your head a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it can be a pattern to complain about the outside world, complain about what's happening around you, complain that things aren't happening the way that you want them to happen. And it can be a pattern to also complain about your partner. And so if you observe your language, you might notice that 5, 6, 7 things out of 10 that come out of your mouth are perceived as negative by your partner, or you might experience that from your partner. You might notice that. And so negativity has this kind of like toxic way of like breaking down the foundation of a relationship, or it breaks down the love in the relationship. And so if you can figure out a way to target negativity and remove that and replace it with something else in your dialogue, in your daily life, it can be transformative.
Mm-hmm.
So Shalina and I have done weekends where we challenge ourselves to have no negativity, no negative talk between us throughout the whole weekend. We've done 30-day challenges, and it's just the mindfulness and being challenged to not say anything that she might interpret as negative was amazing for us. We only had a few days where we were like, oh yeah, we had a negative interaction there and a negative interaction there. But the rest of the days were really nice and smooth. And it's not that we didn't talk about things or that we didn't sort out some stuff that needed to be sorted out as we moved through our weeks and moved through our days. But we had this level of mindfulness about how the other person was going to experience every little comment that we make throughout the day. And so that made a huge difference.
The energy of mindfulness really being present to how our partner might respond to or receive our energy. And we talked earlier in this program about how we can notice when we're being edgy or when we're being a little bit rude or tense with our partner and how that feels in our bodies. And the more mindful we are, we can also notice, how our partner responds to and receives that energy. So if we're working on creating paradise at home, that means everybody feels safe, everybody feels heard, loved, seen, and there's like an energy of playfulness ideally and laughter, because you want to have fun with your partner. They're supposed to be your friend. Like we said, true conscious relationship is companionship, it's a friendship. And so when I catch myself having a negative thought about Ben, or sometimes if he does something that drives me crazy, then I will try to catch myself and take a breath. And instead of saying the judgment or saying the negative thing, I'll try to just look at him and say, I love you, or I love how much you care, and I love how much you take care of our home, or I love how curious you are. If I can catch myself in the moment wanting to criticize him, and he'll feel that energy. Of course, that's not always possible. There's going to be stuff that comes up, but we can start to rewire our habits for negativity by slowing down and noticing how we say things. So when we talked about doing the no negativity challenge, what was interesting about that was that we would both catch ourselves feeling a little bit of frustration around something or feeling defensive, but we would shift the way that we responded in that moment because we were doing this no negativity challenge. And it actually made us more loving, more gentle, more caring with each other because we were always thinking about getting that sticker at the end of the day. And so if you're curious about doing that challenge, I think if you go on to harvilleandhelen.com, you can probably find one of their no negativity challenge calendars. Don't quote me on it, but I think you might be able to find it. And you can also just do it on your own. Really, all you're doing is at the end of every day, you're checking in with your partner, like, how was today for you? And did you experience anything as negative? So now we're really moving into the practice portion of this program where we really want to start thinking about bringing praise, bringing appreciation into our partnership on a day-to-day basis. And a challenge that we have for you is to start by doing a 3 appreciation a night challenge, which is you and your partner appreciating each other for 3 things that you did right every single night before bed for 30 days. And so you can really get in the habit every day of looking for the positives, looking for the things that your partner did right. And what you'll find is that you can sort of override some of those negative thoughts when you're constantly looking for the good things.
Another thing to consider is looking at love languages. This is something that's been very useful for us. It's a framework for understanding how the other person communicates their love and how they like to receive love. Mm-hmm. So there's 5 primary love languages: words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, acts of service, and touch. And most people will have 1 or 2 primary ways that they like to communicate their love and ways that they like to receive their love. And they won't always be the same. So words and touch are how I like to receive love, but I actually like to do acts of service a lot for other people. And I know that Shalina loves touch. And so I've learned to give that to her, and that's a way to express love. So we encourage people to find out what your love language is by doing the test, and then communicate with your partner about that and find out how they want to receive love, and then practice giving them love the way they want it.
Yeah, we designed a short little interview process for you to go through together where you can just take the test and then you can sit and you can have a conversation about it and really get to the heart of what it is that your partner loves and why they love it. I think that sometimes we don't take it into account when our partner is giving us that little gesture or they're making that compliment to us, like how much love they're really trying to show us in that moment. If we receive love in a different way, we might discount it or we might just let it pass by. And I think it's so important that we understand how our partner is trying to connect to us, not only so that we can let it in ourselves, but also so that we can really appreciate their efforts and really see how much they care. If we are not taking note of that little thing that they did that was trying to show us love, we might end up with a story that, they don't care or they don't love us. And so this is kind of a way for us to see beyond our own lens, but also to try things out, to try some new way of expressing love that your partner would just light up over. I have a girlfriend who loves gifts. She is obsessed with gifts, and every time I bring her like a little thing or flowers, she just freaks out. She lights up, and it's the sweetest thing, and I know that about her. And so I know that all of the little ways that I love to show love matter for her, but if I do bring her a gift, she's just going to melt. And so I think it's really cute and lovely that we can get to know each other in that way. So that's going to be another homework piece that you have on your sheet. And we're going to move into the appreciation dyad now.
we are going to share the appreciation dyad for you now. We're going to model it for you. And you're going to choose someone to be partner A and another person to be partner B. And have the person who's partner A be the person who tends not to bring as much to the table in terms of emotion and wanting to sort stuff out all the time in the relationship. The slightly more quiet one can go first this time. Okay, so Shalina is going to go through some of the sentence stems that we're going to share with you in your worksheet. And she's going to do one example for each one, but you'll be able to have a longer time to share and do more on your own.
Something you did right today was you took the time to take care of our dog and take care of our plants in the house. And I really appreciate that.
Thank
you. Something that I appreciate about you is that you are doing the work to be more gentle and mindful in your communication. Something I love about your personality is that you're playful and silly and you love to laugh. Something I love about how you look is your beautiful eyes and your sweet smile and your curly hair that you always try to make straight. Something that I want to give you is more patience and more presence.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, my love. My turn. Something you did right today was you kept things light this morning and we took it easy together and we laughed a bit and we just sort of played around before taking the time to film this course. Something I appreciate about you is your beautiful way of expressing your emotions through your body and through giggling and through making noises and just how light of a spirit you have. Something I love about your personality is that you are so loving. You're so loving to all the creatures on the planet. You have such a big heart. You care for our dog and you care for every living thing, including a fly that's buzzing around the room. Something I love about how you look is, this is so easy, is just how feminine and curvy and beautiful you are, especially in this. I don't know if this is a dress, but whatever it is, it's just delicious. And something I want to give you is more safety and ease and grounding and a feeling that it's safe to feel and to express what you want to express in our home.
Thank you.